Once upon a time in the not-too-distant future, the skies of Earth turned a strange purple hue. People were initially fascinated by the bizarre sight, madly speculating about what it could possibly mean. But before long, their questions were answered in a way that no one could have predicted. Massive spaceships descended from the clouds like so many ominous metallic vultures, hovering above cities and towns all around the globe. The sheer size of these vessels was mind-boggling. Some were over a mile long, and the smallest was bigger than the largest cruise ship ever built. Panic quickly set in as strange creatures poured out of the ships, attacking without warning, and leaving destruction in their wake. These aliens were unlike anything that humanity had ever seen before. They had long, thin limbs, and their skin was a sickly greenish white. Their hairless heads were massive, with enormous pitch-black eyes that seemed to bore into anyone who dared stare into them. The first attacks were mostly concentrated in the major population centers, but even those who lived in the countryside were not safe. The alien ships began to spread out, taking control of the skies and paving the way for the almost unstoppable invasion of Earth. As the destruction and death toll mounted, small groups of human survivors began to band together in a desperate bid for safety. They scavenged for food, water, and shelter while trying to avoid the ever-vigilant patrols of the alien forces. A small band of survivors led by a military veteran named Jack were one such group. They huddled together in an abandoned warehouse, barricading themselves against the horrors that raged outside. Jack had seen countless battles in his career, but he knew that this was different. This was a war with an enemy he had never even imagined. As they tried to come up with a plan to fight back against the invaders, one of their group stumbled upon something that would change the tides of this intergalactic battle. A map. The map was apparently left by another being and showed the location of an abandoned military facility in the northern hemisphere of the planet. The group agreed that this was their chance to fight back and take back the planet from the alien invaders. With Jack in the lead, and a laser rifle in their hands, the survivors ventured out into the alien-infested streets, towards the military facility. Along the way, the group met with other survivors, including a scientist who had been studying the alien technology. With her help, Jack and his team were able to make a plan and exploit the vulnerabilities of the alien technology. Their journey was fraught with danger, but after months of living like rats beneath the ruins of their once beautiful cities, Jack and his team finally arrived at the abandoned military facility, hidden deep in the mountains. The facility was old and abandoned, but they had more pressing concerns. They knew that the aliens would not sit idly by as humans tried to reclaim the planet. As they prepared for one last stand against the alien invaders, they knew that this could be their last chance. As the alien ships drew closer to the facility, Jack's team braced themselves for the final battle. In the morning, they engaged in the battle of their lives. The alien ships launched a concentrated air attack on the facility, but they were taken by surprise when Jack and his team unleashed a counterattack using a stolen alien crafts that were hidden underground. They tested their newfound weaponry against the enemy and found it worked overpoweringly. The aliens fell back, still dazed and stunned from the humans' surprise attack. In that moment, Jack made a decision. To them, the time had come to take the war to the aliens. They hunted them down, one by one, and started attacking their bases and vulnerable underbellies of their spaceships. Their attacks soon took the toll on the aliens, who were now struggling to hold onto their last stronghold on Earth. Eventually, the aliens woke up to the realization that they had made a mistake by underestimating the humans and quickly retreated back to their home planet, never to be heard from again. The world slowly recovered from the destruction wrought by their intergalactic visitors, with human ingenuity and resilience rebuilding even greater cities than before. No one could ever forget the years when the fate of humanity hung in the balance, and for those like Jack and his team who fought and risked their lives to reclaim what was once theirs, they would forever be hailed as heroes in the eyes of their grateful brothers and sisters.